Hey everyone and welcome back. Today we are doing something different, something new. It's not the usual GTA Online content or the gameplay videos like I've done long back. But instead it'll be a review video, or more like a my view kind of a video. So the Crew Motorfest. I'm sure you all might have heard of it. If not, well, it is the third installment of the Crew franchise. A pretty solid growing franchise that's constantly upgrading their game. It is set to release on the 14th of September, less than a week from now, and it has got a good amount of hype revolving around it. I gotta say, all the hype, it kind of lives up to it. I mean, how do I say this? Well, I got invited for the insider program as well as to play the beta version of the game, which I think was last month, and I played for 3 days straight whilst absolutely enjoying it thoroughly. Before we continue, just keep in mind about one important thing. I played the game on an old 1050 Ti graphics card and a similarly old parts spec computer. So that's why the gameplay isn't in the best shape. Yes, I know I'm in dire need of upgrading my system. Hopefully I'll be doing it by the end of this year, if not at least by January of next year. But fingers crossed, I hope to get it done by the end of December. Now, going back to the game. This is not like a 100% finished review, but more like an initial thoughts and overall kind of a review. Because the game has not even released yet. I've just tried out the beta version so far, so hope you understand that. And now with that out of the way, the Crew franchise. I haven't played the first game yet, although I did buy it last month just to play and check out how it all started, as there are some interesting game modes and all, including the cops and chasing thing in the old one, which was a big DLC. So overall I wanted to play that game as well, and hence I got it very recently, but haven't played it yet, so that's on queue. Nonetheless, the Crew 2, which is the second installment in the franchise, has been a fantastic game with an incredibly huge world, like an entire map of the USA, which in itself was a big selling point for a few. So much variety of terrains and weather on the map, and it was just amazing, truly. Not to forget the huge choice of vehicles ranging from ground to water to air. I myself didn't expect to have this much fun I've had in the past 3 years of me playing it. One drawback of the game amongst all the positives was that it wasn't detailed enough and sometimes it looked cartoony. So the immersion was kind of less comparatively with other games from that same time period, like the Need for Speed or Forza for example. Now comparing that with the new game, the Motorfest, the attention to detail paired with the graphics is just breathtakingly amazing. Now once again a reminder is that the visuals you're seeing are of medium to low settings on a 1050 Ti GPU, because I couldn't have like everything to the max, right? So that's with that. But even then, they look so beautiful. The terrain, the vegetation, the atmosphere, everything. Ignore the weird FPS fluctuation and stuttering. It was, the beta version, so it was not completely optimized. But I'm sure the final game will be. Now with the game itself, the map. It is actually an Hawaiian island. Yes, it's not as big as the entire map of US at first glance, but once you start playing and exploring the island, you do feel that it is indeed a vast map. The visuals, like I said, when it comes to the different types of terrain, the vegetation, the weather, the time cycle, and everything combined makes this one hell of an amazing gaming experience. Talking about the visuals, the first person view is nicer with the hand movements improved from the previous game. The interiors of cars too are much more detailed and look nicer. And talking about cars and vehicles in general, we are getting a ton of them being added into the new game apart from the already existing ones from the previous game, which we can now import our entire garage to this new game. Isn't that a great thing? I'm sure like many will love it because it saves us countless hours from having to grind to buy one hypercar. This way, if we already own the car we wanted in the previous game, then we can just import it over to this new game. Just keep in mind, importing is a one-time non-reversible process. So make sure to buy any and all vehicles you want in Crew 2 if you still have money, and then initiate the import process. This will probably save you countless hours of time from grinding. Apart from the new vehicles getting added to the game in the upcoming months, few vehicles from the previous game are actually removed. For example, the hovercrafts and the helicopters are not in the game, as well as the Alfa Romeo brand cars, to name a few. They aren't many but just a few in number, but I guess to compensate that we are getting new vehicle types added like the ATVs. Not sure if we'll be getting these removed ones in the future, but let's hope for a positive outcome. Talking about vehicles, the handling and physics are much better compared to Crew 2. Some vehicles handling felt weird in the old game, which doesn't seem to be the case here. Another huge improvement is the engine sound. They have improved in this segment greatly and the cars sound truly amazing. Especially if you play with headphones or a good 5.1 surround system, they sound absolutely insane, guys. With the handling and sound, the visuals of the cars too in general is just superb. Taking photos of these amazing machines will be like, wallpaper material stuff. I'm also guessing the customizations will be equally matched for the newer vehicle additions to the game, because that's what I love the most about this game, Apart from all these basics, one thing I noticed right away was that we got no houses in the game. I looked up online for info and I don't think we'll be getting them in the future. It kinda saddens me because it was such a nice touch to the game where we could drive or fly our vehicles into our house through the garage, and inside we could arrange the vehicles all around the house. It might not seem like a big thing, but these small changes actually have a big impact. I mean, look at GTA Online. Just see how many hours we spend moving around our vehicles through various garages. I've literally spent like weeks modifying cars and arranging them through these multiple garages. Even the Test Drive Unlimited 2 had so many garages. But I guess for now we'll have to deal with not having our own house or garage that we can enjoy privately. Another thing that's new in the Motorfest are the addition of the playlists. These playlists have a theme based on a certain car culture, for example the American muscle, the country origin, for example Japan, or the brands like Lamborghini, and so on. These have multiple races within them, and completing them rewards us with a free car. It's pretty cool actually, and some of these cars have some nice unique customizations, like this Toyota Supra for example. It looks rad, doesn't it? Ubisoft has also teamed up with lots of guests like Donut Media and so on, who will be part of the events in game as well as the playlists, so that's pretty cool as well. And with these playlists, at launch we will be getting 15 of them, but lots more are planned for the future as part of the updates, and also not to forget the seasons, which will be updating every month, bringing in new content just like in the Crew 2. This will keep the game fresh with lots of new content for us to check out. Now that's the brief overview of the game, and with the game itself you might get the question on which one to go for, the base game or the gold version or the ultimate. Well, if you take a look into the info shared, you actually won't be getting too much from the ultimate version. You only get few Liberty Walk stuff and 2 completely kitted out cars and matching gears and other cosmetic stuff, which isn't much at all. The gold seems like a better choice as it also includes the year 1 car pass and the 3-day early access, which is in the ultimate as well. So you aren't getting much out of the ultimate version. But keep in mind that the vehicles you get in the gold's year 1 car pass can also be bought later on by you in the in-game's garage or showroom. Take a look at this picture. Only the ones marked as exclusive in orange will be locked for others. I mean, you literally won't be having any other chance to get those vehicles. But the rest of them marked in blue and green will be available in the shop after a week. So here too, you won't be missing out much. So if you are really tight on cash and don't want to spend all the money on this game, then you can stick to the beta version and climb your way to the top with a little bit of grind. But if you have some extra cash that you won't mind using, which will help you save time by eliminating the grinding part, then you can go for the gold version. If you're still in confusion or having tough time deciding if the game is worth the price tag or not, then you can take advantage of the 5 hours free trial they are opening up for everyone to try. Just make sure you have a good enough PC before doing so. The spec requirement isn't crazy, so majority should be good to go, I guess. Although, having a good spec rig would be a bonus and you'll be able to thoroughly enjoy the game to the fullest. So there we go. That's my Crew Motorfest overview. I definitely love the game, and also seeing how they constantly kept the content going till the very end on the Crew 2. I see myself enjoy playing this game for a very long time. Definitely gonna get this game soon. But before that, the first thing for me now is upgrading from my old computer to a new one to keep up with all of these latest games. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you all think of this game? You all liked it or not? Also, if you are all interested, then I can share another video showing the glimpses of the playlist and other activities in the next video. Let me know down in the comments. And whilst at it, do drop the video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to stay tuned. Thank you all and have a good day.